Aloha and welcome back to Finlandia's Location X Finals presented by the Moorings. We're sorry we went offline there, real technical issues retaining the signal, but we are back online. It won't go again. What you did miss was Leko Salazar beating Sean Pointer in the semi-finals. But it is not over yet, as Leko Salazar has to win the finals in order to gain the world title for 2012. So it's all down to the wire here at the Location X Finals. It was an unfortunate heat for Sean Pointer. He got some good waves, but Leko Salazar scored 2 in the 8-point region. So it was an 8.5 and an 8.0, I believe, really securing a strong win there ahead of Sean Pointer, the current ratings leader. It will all come down to the finals. But first of all, we'll have the Consolation Final, which is the second place finisher in each of the semifinals. They will go out in a few moments here in about 10 minutes. So stay tuned. We will have live commentary and have the whole thing live broadcast for you. So stay with us. It's working perfectly, guys.
Well, that was a very disappointing heat for Sean Pointer and a very great heat for Brazil and for Leko Salazar, as he is in a very good position to take the world title now. He needs to win this final event to, I guess, solidify his overall title win.
Yeah, absolutely, Zane. I mean, if he finishes in second in this final, Sean Pointer will be our world champion. So it is all coming down to this final heat.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty exciting final for Brazil. We have Caio Vaz and Leko Salazar, right?
It's an all-Brazilian final, the first time ever on the Stand Up World Tour, so I'm sure they're pretty excited about that. These two are in the final together in France too, so it's a little bit of a repeat there, but there was another 2 guys in that final with Antoine Del Perot. And who else was in that final?
That was the California guy. It was
Colin McPhillips.
Colin McPhillips.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, so, I mean, the waves are still pumping. The wind's backing off a little bit, it seems like, from the last 2 heats. And is this going to be another 30-minute final?
I think the final is going to be a little longer, but I believe the Consolation Final is going to be 30 minutes. I will double check on that and come right back to you.
And so in the Consolation Final, we're going to have Sean Pointer and Kiahi de Aboitz battling out for 3rd and 4th position. And yeah, like I said, this is going to be a very exciting heat for Brazil, as you know, it's all coming down to how it's all in Leko's control. If he wins this final, he takes it overall, and if he gets second, Sean Pointer has still his current ranking and will take the overall win. Once again, sorry for our little delay in the last heat. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with our internet situation here in the Caribbean. But we're back on live and coming to you with the action. I believe we have probably another 10 minutes left in this break before we get into our Consolation Final. And this Consolation Final will be 30 minutes. Man, I tell you what, this has been a very exciting event. It is so great to see everyone competing at their best at Apple Bay here. It's a very good place for competition on the Stand Up World Tour, especially with this man-on-man format and with this split peak. You know, it's a really long, nice right and a good left. and everyone's been showing their best performances, and it really makes it fair for all the riders with the varieties of natural footers and goofy footers on tour. And yeah, I mean, what more can we ask for? Beautiful skies, beautiful waters, beautiful living situations thanks to moorings, yachts. And during this time, also like to say a big thanks to Starboard, all of our gold and silver patrons, Mistral, Fanatic, Art and Surf, Finlandia, for very much so making this event happen in the Caribbean. And all the athletes for coming and participating and cheering on everyone as it narrows down to the last few heats of this Location X Finals. Right now we have Matty Schweitzer, one of our cameramen out there, getting wet a little bit before he has to come and film again for the next few heats. Also out in the water we have Chuck Patterson, Noah Janela, Kai Lenny, Kiahidea Boyd's getting a few warm-up waves for his Consolation. And even Bo Nixon out on his shortboard having a few waves. Oh, there goes Bo and Maddie sharing the same wave. Yeah, so we're here at the world famous Bomba Shack, where we have been celebrating this wonderful Location X final and giving everyone the chances to see a new finalist and a new overall leader. I'm gonna have Justin Hahn come in. We're gonna be announcing this the Consolation Finals and the final. There's gonna be a lot of action coming into play. What would you say, Justin?
Oh yeah, hey viewers at home, and Zane, yeah, I think it's gonna be an action-packed losers final. Is that what we're calling it?
Consolation Final.
Oh, sorry.
Consolation Final.
Consolation Final coming up between Kiahidea Boyts and Sean Pointer, and Kiahi pops a little air on the inside. Waves
impressive.
are definitely pumping, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who takes out third and fourth respectively, and well, it's going to be an all-Brazilian final, so
and the first of that, actually. It's the first all-Brazilian final, and actually this is our second event where we're doing the man-on-man format, so I think it's a very good thing for the Stand-Up World Tour, this format we have going, and you know, it makes it fair for everyone, especially at this wave. You know, we have these lefts and these rights coming in. Really gives everyone a good chance to work their backhand and forehand, show the judges their talents on both sides.
Yeah, definitely, Zane. And well, we know that Leko's going to be pretty strong on his backhand, looking for these right-handers in the final. And Kaio, well, as we said before, Kaio's been going left a fair bit, has a very strong backhand. So being a good, natural footer, Kaio's going to probably look at some of the left-handers, so we might see some really good exchanges on both surfers' backhand for a change instead of going their natural side. So that's going to be an interesting final coming up within the next hour, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
So stay tuned at home. We've just got a small break, and a lot of the competitors are out there grabbing a couple of waves before the event starts.
Matty ripping.
We do have to apologise. Probably 10-15 minutes we lost the internet. We're proudly sponsored by Digicel, sorry, and we had a little hiccup, to say the least.
Yeah, and it was not on Digicel's behalf. The Digicel has been working great here in the Caribbean. We actually had a wave come up and hit the Bomba Shack. If you know what the world famous Bomba Shack is, it is literally a shack right on the beach. Waves are hitting it. Wood is rotting, and we had a little bit of a wave hit the shack, and the Digicel fell off the roof and landed in the rocks and ended up breaking to pieces.
Yeah, it's definitely it definitely was one of those accidents that we couldn't avoid. So we're sorry to all the viewers out there. We're back online now, and we're ready to beam all the action live around the world. And we've got to say a big hello out there to all the people in Brazil. All the people in Hawaii, in America, Australia, Canada, British Virgin Islands, that might be watching online at home, mate?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, in the last event in Brazil, we had 33,000 followers, and I believe like 70% of that was coming from Brazil. So right now, I'm sure there is so much Brazilians following two of Brazil's top stand-up paddlers in the final. I mean, it's going to be exciting for them and exciting for us as these guys both rip very hard, and they're going to be throwing down their best.
Yeah, definitely, Zane. And we have our water photographer Dave Ogle heading back out, so action's probably only just around the corner. So stay tuned. And Zane, oh, we have Kai Lenny on the inside with a little boost, and it's great to have Kai give us his insight into the event and his travels just a little earlier this morning.
Yeah, definitely. He, you know, he is very well experienced in this competition scene. He's been competing as a young child with the kite surfing and windsurfing and racing, stand-up paddling, and now with, you know, he's a two-time world champion stand-up world tour athlete. And he's being a very good sport after having his rough heat yesterday. Him and I both went out in the last two heats of the day, where we ended up splitting up the quarterfinals, doing the last two yesterday and the first two this morning. And yeah, so seems like today is definitely the best waves we've seen the last 3 weeks we've been here in the Caribbean, and definitely the best day we could finish this.
Oh look, yeah, and we have a day to spare, so it's played out perfectly, and I think a lot of guys are flying home tomorrow. Is that right? Are you flying out tomorrow, or?
I'm really excited to get home back to Maui, be with my family and, you know, my beautiful girlfriend, and to celebrate the Christmas season. And, you know, I got my whole family coming. Most of my family is located in Maui, but also have some family coming in from Idaho and Colorado, and so it's gonna be a lot of fun to, you know, hang out with the fam. Big swell coming on the 19th, so definitely excited to get back home. And man, we've been in Brazil even before this, so I mean, you and I, we've been away from home for what, almost a month.
Yeah, just about right on a month, mate.
Yeah.
And you know, I suppose sometimes it doesn't matter where you are. If you stay there a little bit too long, and you know, with your loved ones at home, you really just want to get home. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, we might have a guest here. We have Leko Salazar, winner of the last semi-final.
Come
on, buddy. Yeah, well done, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good job, Leko.
Thank you.
And Leko, of all the viewers at home in Brazil, can you tell us a little bit about the last heat in Portuguese?
Pô, tô muito feliz aí, toda a galera que tá me acompanhando aí do Brasil. Super emocionado. Agora eu e o Caio, dois brasileiros na final. Tô muito feliz e agora eu preciso ganhar para ser campeão mundial. Ainda não acabou, estamos na briga pelo título, mas estou super feliz. Isso aí, aloha.
Yeah, and that's Leko Salazar. He's going to be in the final coming up within the hour, and we might be able to go Caio Vaz over here too. Congratulations to being in the final.
Yeah, Leko.
And the world title's still alive. So yeah, Caio.
So now we got Caio up with us. Now these two Brazilians have had a fantastic year on tour. This is both their second final of the year, yeah? For both of you guys?
Isso vai estar sendo a terceira, né? Terceira? Yeah, I made 3 finals.
So this is Leko's third final year and Kyle's second.
Best results.
Best results. So what do you think about this spot here in the Caribbean at the Apple Bay?
It's perfect and beautiful place. Like we got waves like today and yesterday, so still more happy about that. And the place is so nice, the water is warm and like sun all days, friends, you know, like, everything perfect.
Oh yeah, all good, all
and,
good.
And Caio, you must be pretty excited to have a final with Leko, just man on man with the man on man format, yeah?
Yeah. I really wish that Leko already got a title, you know, like we could do like a final, like,
yeah.
Man on man, but I'm really excited also, and Leko is ripping, so it'll be a really good final, like a friendly final, you know, so
yeah.
It'll be nice.
And you're obviously aware that Leko now has to win the event to take the world title, so that's some pressure right there. So for this man.
What do you think, Akayo? Are you still looking to take this overall event? Or are you guys gonna play some teamwork out there? You obviously you still want to win it, and you're gonna give it your all, right?
Yeah, bro. Like was ripping here, like made 2 aces now. And if he gets his backhands, like
Yeah.
Whatever.
So we got 2 really good buddies out in the final over here, and they're gonna be, you know, giving it their all out there and showing us a good show. Thank you very much for coming and touching base with your fellow friends back home. Good job, Leko.
Thanks,
Great job, Kyle.
All right.
Definitely
Beautiful
stay
stuff.
tuned with all the action coming to you. Constellation bracket coming up with Kiahi Boyts and Sean Pointer.
Yeah, definitely, and we mustn't be too far away from the start of that. I'll just get a message from Tristan Boxford. Tristan, how long away are we for the...
just a few minutes here.
We
just cleared the water, should be a couple minutes.
Okay, so we've just been told that we're a couple of minutes away from the start of the Consolation Final, and I think these boys are going to throw caution to the wind and just get out there and rip, because, you know, third's up at stake right now, Zane.
Yeah, and you know, 3rd and 4th, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So these guys are definitely gonna be fighting for the 3rd. You know, that's a huge difference. It's still podium, but man, it's gonna be a close one for everyone.
Yeah, and we've just might invite Robin Johnson into the to the box, Mistral surfer, local North Shore guy. Robin, come on in. We can squeeze over, mate.
Squeeze on in like a good
fit?
happy
Yeah,
family.
we can fit. That's it, mate. Welcome.
Make it fit.
Welcome. How's the day treating you today, Robin? We know you were just in an earlier heat, and yeah, let's talk us through your last heat this morning.
Oh man, it was a challenge, you know, up against Pointer, Sean Pointer. It can be tough. Neither of us were serving at our best, I feel. However, I definitely was having a problem with the lip bending away from me on my second turns, and I just couldn't bring it back as strongly as I wanted to. So I feel like I kind of shrank my scores on my second turn, and could have done better.
Yeah, okay, so we do know that the judges are definitely looking for that first big turn, but also backing it up with a bit of variety in the repertoire, and obviously sticking the second turn. So,
and straight up and down maneuvers for that. I mean, like we were talking about early in the day, I mean, Kai Lenny mentioned when he was talking with us that exactly what Robin just said. I mean, some waves just, you know, they have a nice first bowl, and then it kind of they lose their coping.
Yeah,
and
right.
you know, you need to definitely choose the right wave where it's gonna angle in and be good all the way into the inside. And you know, it's all about wave selection out there. And you've been surfing really good, Robin. You're a Mistral rider, and they're a proud sponsor of this event.
yeah, and definitely congratulations on your result this year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You too.
I think you're going to finish in 4th this year. Is that probably correct to say?
Yeah.
So, you know, well done on that, mate.
Thank
It's
you,
been a pretty good year, and I know, yeah, your sponsors Mistral and Carbonero, the paddles, and is it Acai Bold? You're sponsored by
Acai, yeah.
Acai
Tom
Bold.
Bohr.
Yeah.
Oh, I want some, bro.
Yeah.
Come to Hawaii. We'll set it up for you.
So we've looks like the Hooters just blown for the start of the Consolation Final, and we have Sean Pointer paddling in the white down the line on a small inside one. Bang, compresses with his patented slashing turn. Another little rebound, but gets a little caught behind it, but will finish with a sweeping roundhouse turn, throwing the paddle to the inside. Which,
On the outside, a really nice looking wave from Kiahi Boyts on the right. He's definitely looking at this one. Boom, nice off the
snap.
top.
yeah, snapping again off the inside and making the most of this set wave. So that was a pretty good exchange, and I'd say there's going to be a paddle battle on the inside. So we'll wait and see who is going to. Who's had their wheat bix, you could say, back in Australia. You guys don't understand that term?
No,
Nope.
the
Well,
cereal.
yeah.
This Aussie lingo is it's hard to pick up.
Yeah, definitely.
But I tell you what, it is one of my favorite things to kind of tag along with. I mean, I'm sure you guys are probably getting a little annoyed of Connor and I kind of trying to touch up with the Aussie lingo. We're always trying to talk like you guys because you guys are so cool.
Yeah, mate, that's awesome, buddy. And yeah, what we mean by have they eaten your wheat bix, it's like you know,
We say eat your Wheaties.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the States.
Oh, you eat your Wheaties. Okay, so we're all on the
Wheat
same
Bix
page.
is your Sky
Oh,
cereal.
Wheat Bix.
And Wheaties
Okay,
is American cereal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Keahi with that last wave, 3 solid turns. He actually had his third turn was beautiful. Fins free and some spray. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, and it looks like Sean's probably got the inside edge here and is going to make it out the back first. So I'd say Sean Pointer's going to, in white's going to have priority.
And there you go, Johnny's angle panning over to the athletes working their way out. It, you know, priority takes a big play out here in these heats, especially because especially right now, you know, there's usually last few heats seems like there's only one good set coming in.
Yep.
Maybe 2.
Yep. And we see we obviously know Sean Pointer as a starboard team member, and we have Keahi with JP stand-up paddleboard. So they're a new company out of Australia, so they're just starting to get into the market. They're doing pretty well.
They're actually top of their game in the windsurfing world, and just this last 2 years they've been starting to perfect their boards with stand-up paddling, and Keahi being their top rider for sure on the JP Australia stand-up paddling team.
And those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you do, that Keahi just won World Champ Kiter, so he's the best kiteboarder in the world currently.
Yeah, the KSP World Kiteboarding Championship. So yeah, that's really current news. So we're just being told that he's won it for the surfing. So yeah, that's fantastic.
Kai Lenny just corrected me. It's kite surfer because Keahi's talent is in the wave, so he is a kite surfer.
Well, that's fantastic. And here goes young Keahi on a smaller inside wave. He's looking for the ruler edge because he's just kicked out, and well deserved to kicked out, but a little mistake there maybe because he's lost priority. So we now have Sean in white out the back who'll claim priority and obviously wait for a good wave.
It is so nice to keep all you guys tuned in, and with all the action that's been going on here in Brazil and for the Location X Finals. Big thanks to Digicel and all of our patrons to make everything happen. And I hope you guys are enjoying this live feed back home and wherever you are in the world. This is the consolation bracket for the Location X Finals. In white, we have Sean Pointer, and in red, we have Keahi Boits. And so we're narrowing this down to the last bits of this event, and we will be claiming a world champion.
Yeah, we
today.
Will. Yeah, that's right, Robin. And you know, it's come down to the wire now. It looks like Sean Pointer paddling here in the white on a nice little inside right-hander. Bangs it straight off the top. He's going to try and bank another turn. Bang, snap. Yeah, gets a little caught on the last turn, and that's all she wrote on that one. But it's looking like the situation for the world title. We seen Kai Lenny go out yesterday in a really tight heat with Keahi, and it looks like now that Leko Salazar is going to have to win this thing to take the world title trophy, world champion trophy, off Sean Pointer at the moment. So yeah, this next final coming up will be a cracker.
Oh yeah, and I mean, for Kaio and Leko, it must be a tough one, as they're both very good friends, and you know, Team Brazil seems to always be so tight. Always, you know, in the surfing world and here as well in the stand-up world, they're always together doing their own thing and really pushing each other. So I'm really excited to see how this final is going to play out.
Yeah, we just seen a little replay there of Sean Pointer on that wave, and a really strong first turn and a beautiful second turn. So the judges will be looking at that and checking the replay, and we'll soon get some scores to drop. So interesting, interesting wave.
And I believe this is a 30-minute consolation bracket, so we're still waiting on scores of our first waves from red and white.
And we have Kiai at the back paddling. Looks like a nice right-hander. He's, yeah, he's looking at it.
He's weaving and getting ready to set up for this big hit. Oh, beautiful. Patented Keahi.
Yeah, that is the patented Keahi turn right there. Laid back,
amazing.
mellow, fins out the back.
He's so cash and he just throws it way up there and the fins come out almost every time.
Yeah, definitely. But that one, well, it's still going on the inside, way down past the bomber shack. So it'll be interesting to see some score updates coming up pretty soon. So a lot of the athletes are hanging out here at the bomber shack, guys, and really laid back atmosphere and a good feeling between all stand-up paddleboard guys here, yeah?
Yeah, you know, with the stand-up competitiveness, it's all brotherhood at the same time. It seems to be unique in the sense that everyone gets along so well and supports each other. It's really cool.
Most definitely.
It definitely is. And again, we're here at Apple Bay on Tortilla Island, a part of the British Virgin Isles, and we have the 5 moorings yachts. We have them all set up, and this event's been mobile, and Location X has been taking us to different places, different breaks every day, Robin. And how has that been for you, mate, personally, on a joy factor?
You know, I mean, when you get on a catamaran, a luxury catamaran with your buddies and touring around navigating the Caribbean, what more is there to say? The sun's out, the water's turquoise, and you're surfing.
Yeah, definitely. We did go to another island 2 days ago, Virgin Gata, and I mean, some of the massive granite boulders and caves that we dove in. I mean, if you were a pirate back in the day, you'd definitely bury your treasure in some of those holes and caves, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd bury that booty.
Very, very fitting for the Location X final.
Yeah, that was insane. Oh my gosh, that was just so much fun hanging out with everyone. It was like a maze and all these little caves through the water, and it was just, that was life-changing. That was memorable. I'm never gonna forget that moment. It was just, we were all like messing around, acting like pirates, running through the little water caves and long sea tunnels, you know. It was so cool. Messing around with all the GoPros, with Chuck Patterson. He's a good GoPro ambassador, and Connor Baxter and I also swimming around with ours, getting some cool clips for the TV show that we're working with for NBC. And yeah, I mean, as you can see,
so we're just hearing
a 6.5 and a 5.5.
We're just hearing the heat scores.
You need a 6.5. You currently have a 5.5 and a 3.5.
So,
okay.
yeah,
So it looks like Sean Pointer in the lead as of now.
Yeah, we had Kiai trailing with a 5.5 and a 3.5. So we know that Kiai will improve on that 3.5, and we know what he's capable of. But Sean Pointer at this stage with a total of 12 points with a 6.5 and a 5.5. Really in control out there with priority right now, Robin.
Yeah, Sean is probably trying to up his chances right now.
Okay.
I think that Sean probably was biting his nails on that last semi-final heat with Leko, and I'm thinking that it's going to be a nail biter to see what happens with Leko in the final here. It's going to determine everything.
Yeah, it's definitely come down right down to the last heat of the year, the last event of the year, and gee, what a Christmas present for Leko Salazar or Sean Pointer when we leave today. One will be crowned the world stand-up paddleboard champion, and pretty much the reason we're all here. We're all chasing that elusive crown that Kai Lenny has had a hold on for the last 2 years, and refreshing to see there's going to be a new champion.
Yeah, and we're going to be there to help him celebrate for sure. Tonight we're going to be going to, where are we going again? Some crazy like boat bar or something?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
But I tell you what, we're going to be helping them celebrate to the fullest, whoever it is taking the title. We're stoked for for Lecco and for Sean. They're both in very high contingency for this, and it's narrowing down. I mean, right now, these two guys out in the water in red, Kiahi, and Sean in white, they're fighting for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
And those are still big positions.
So what do you guys think about this break? It's a left and a right. There's lots of waves for everyone. What do you think the strategies are, and what do you think is going through the heads of the finalists?
Well, I think, you know, definitely I was saying to Zane earlier this morning that not too many guys have been going left. And I think the lefts, when they come in, some have they stand up more and you can get a more critical hit. So the guy, I mean, Lecco's been going the right because he's very strong on his backhand, but I think we will see Kaio Vaz go left more than right in this next tee.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think that could be a strategy because Kaio has definitely got a strong backhand, but also a strong forehand. But yeah, I think he will definitely use this left running straight back into the judges' box.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Sean Pointer up and riding on a nice little right-hander.
Boom.
And just coming a bit stuck there.
And as you can see on our little panning screens on the live feed, we have beautiful scenery right here with the beautiful Caribbean turquoise water and the islands in the back. There's our starboard branding buoy out there. We also have our 5 boats out in the water over to the left.
We better say a big shout out to Sven and all the crew back in Thailand, mate, too, while we get a little chance. Hey, Sven, Matt, Karen, all the guys back there that make this all possible for us to be here. We really appreciate your support, and have a happy new year, guys, and a happy Christmas.
Oh yeah. Meleklikimaka.
So we had a wave from Sean Pointer. He got 1 turn in, but it probably won't be a keeper for his scores.
Yeah, definitely. And Kiahi, he has improved on a 3.5 with a 4.2, but still just not quite enough. So he'll be looking for a nice inside wave where he can project down the line and maybe see more of his aerial surfing that we have really come to know as Kiahi's brand of surfing.
Yeah, totally. Everyone has their own style, and it's been developing over this last year especially. I mean, there's so much different styles and varieties of surfing here as it's coming from different backgrounds, you know, every athlete. Actually, Lecco coming from the longboard background. There we go. Kiahi up on the outside. He's coming from the kiteboard background.
Nice.
Maybe that's why he likes coming out of the water so much.
Yeah, he's definitely trying on that first turn to get those fins out and impress the judges with his first turn. That wave reeling off, I don't know whether that's going to be enough at the moment. He just is getting a little stuck on that first turn, but there'll be definitely more chances, plenty of time left for Kiahi to show us that, what he can do.
So the boys got to be looking for that set, you know. We got a lot of waves in the waist to head high range. It seems like the ones that are in the shoulder high range have the best rampiness.
Yeah, definitely, Robin. That's a true statement. And I tell you what, we could not have a more picture-perfect day here in the Caribbean. If we could describe you guys at home what it's like, well, think sunshine, golden beaches, tropical islands, reggae.
Reggae everywhere.
Reggae,
live music
everywhere, and just happy people.
And what about all these cute little beach bars everywhere?
Yeah,
Robin?
definitely.
Yeah, I know. It's like everywhere you turn. Okay, Sean Pointer up and riding.
Boom.
Nice first turn. He's going to try and switch the paddle to the inside. Judge is really looking for that variety. Oh, it just comes unstuck there, but Sean definitely showing us his repertoire and his paddle skills.
You can see the high tide affecting the break. It's starting to get a little softer, a little bit less of a lip on the top of the wave, so it's a little more challenging to make your maneuvers look explosive.
Yeah, definitely. The tide is definitely filling in, and that would be part of the reason the water is starting to go really turquoise.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a little
Tide's
bit more
filling
water.
in.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got to say a big thanks to the Bomber Shack too. this shanty town bar on the beach is an epic location, and plenty to read and plenty to see.
Oh yeah,
on the shack.
For sure. If you guys have been here before, you know exactly what we were talking about. And it is an honor to be here competing from Apple Bay and in the Caribbean here at the mobile events, thanks to Moorings. At the Location X Finals, we're able to see a whole lot more than we would have seen if we were just set in one location.
Yeah, and it's definitely been an experience living and commuting on these yachts all over the Caribbean. It's definitely been an experience I'll never forget, and yeah, what do you think, boys?
Definitely.
Next Location X, will we have these yachts?
I don't know.
Ooh, maybe we could go from the Caribbean to Africa.
Ooh.
Do the first round in the Caribbean, second round in Africa, then move down to Madagascar to surf with the sharks.
Wow.
What do you guys think?
That is definitely
a big trip.
Looks like we got Sean Pointer looking at a left.
Yeah, and we haven't seen Sean go left too much, so he's a very good surfer on his backhand. A nice whipping turn, two nice whipping turns. Kiai on the outside. Sean really looking strong on this smaller one, but we have Kiai down the line.
Pack.
Small little check turn. He's going to boost on this thing. Boom! Little fins out.
Oh,
Trying to hold it.
he's
Maybe.
still sitting on his board.
He's
Holding
going.
the
Wow.
cockroach. Oh, good. He seems to always kind of stay on his board a little bit, whether it looks like he's fallen into the whitewash or not. You know, he's pulled some impressive comebacks for sure.
Yeah, definitely an entertainer, Kiai Deer Boats. But Sean Pointer with a nice left-hander, and I don't know whether that will probably replace the 5.5 Robin, but it was nice surfing nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
you can see the break changing. It's like it moved a lot to our left. In the morning, it started a lot further to our right, the best peaks, and now everybody's kind of surfing a little further left. I guess the reef is starting to be more pronounced there for the waves.
Well, while we have these yachts in the screen, there are sets approaching on the outside, but no one's in position for them. We have Kiahi paddling past these beautiful mooring catamarans, and they're just beautiful, as you can see.
Mate, there's just been an update, guys, and I would have to say I've had to eat my words here, and it looks like Sean Pointer has improved on a 5.5 and has posted a 7 on his backhand, and that has really changed things now with the 7-point ride. So Sean attacking the left-hander on his backhand has paid off, guys.
Yeah, what did he get on that?
Well, it looks like he's landed a 7.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's a big score, and you know, I got to say, refreshing to see Sean go left on that one, because the heat prior, he was just concentrating on the rights, and we know what a great backhand attack Sean's got.
Yeah, and you know, for those of you who don't know exactly how this scoring scale is based, it's a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being poor, 5 being average, 10 being excellent. So right now we have Sean's 2 scores being above average, so he's looking in a pretty good position, and Kiahi is definitely looking to better his below average backup score of a 4.2.
Yep.
And you know, there's still a lot of time in this heat. Do we have a time check, O'Neill?
Yeah, we need to get a time check. We might.
Hey Noah, do you mind getting a time check for us? Thanks, brother.
So we've just heard the announcer say that Kiai Boyts needs a 6-point ride to change the position. So
No, that's not right.
Got about 9 minutes left, I guess. So
Wow, it's
there's
coming
still
down
time
quick.
there's still time to do something, though. You know, another set could come in that could change things, but Kiahi definitely has a challenge to pull something out, and I know what he's looking for, because after watching him surf, he's looking for a rampy little right that he can boost those the fins and his tail out. That's what he's best at. So we'll see if something comes in.
On your screen right now, you can see our yachts and Dave Ogle in the foreground getting the epic water shots. And I'm sure you guys will be seeing some of the water shots from this event in our next few TV shows and
Definitely.
possibly even our wrap-up videos.
Yeah, definitely. And we have a little paddle-a-thon here, and Sean Pointer's seen a rampy little right-hander. He's got a lot of speed, and he's going to throw it all into the first turn. He's going to get around this section and bank another slashing turn, but just comes unstuck. And Sean Pointer in a really strong position right now. But looks like Kiai Diaboit's in red will gain priority.
Well, we looks like we have our next heat athletes out in the water waiting.
Well, next heat, Jane, I think we're gonna call that the final, brother. It's
Yes,
the big one.
That is the big one.
It's the big one. So
This will determine the world champion for this year.
No, definitely going to be exciting, and yeah, honoured to be sitting here with you guys and calling the final.
Wow, it's going to be amazing. I mean, two Brazilians, you know Caio's got to have a soft spot for his buddy Lecco, but at the same time he wants to fight for his place. I mean, if he takes this, that's really, really, really good for him. So what's it going to be like, you think, two Brazilians?
I know Caio, and he ain't going to lay down for anyone. You know, these guys are hungry. Yeah, they're mates, but, you know, a little similar to myself and Sean Pointer in one of our heats. You know, Sean had to get through that. He obviously did, but I was definitely not laying down.
That was a sick turn from Kiahi in red. He had three back-to-back big turns. I think this will be his score that he was looking for.
And another one.
Wow, that was a
definitely
really
going to count
wave.
for Kiahi. I think that's going to be one of his scores.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely going to replace a 5, definitely.
Yeah, and maybe even his 6. Who knows? We're waiting to see what the standings is gonna. If they're going to stay the same or what. But Sean having a 7 and a 6.8, he's looking pretty well.
With time counting down, he'll now have priority as well. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the judges take. Like I said before, I'd hate to be a judge because every time I say something, I seem to get it wrong, Robin.
Well, what do you think's happening here? I noticed a big change in the surf since this morning. It looks smaller and it looks definitely in a different place. How do you think that would affect guys Zane and Justin? How do you think that'll affect the strategies? And
I definitely think you know, getting busy early will be a key point. But yeah, I think Lecco will be looking for the bigger outside waves going right. But Caio, this is looking like maybe suiting Caio a little more than Lecco. So since this morning, but we have got to say that Lecco has been the informed surfer this morning, really showing all of us some beautiful backhand vertical surfing.
But I do believe the tide is definitely affecting the waves here. I mean, it has changed a lot from this morning. It was, when we first pulled up to this spot from Cane Bay, I'm sure all of us saw it out of our windows, crawling out of our beds, and we're like frothing to get out in the water. It was like back to back, set after set, just overhead and mini trestles firing. I mean, and right now it has been slowly fading off throughout the day, but still plenty enough waves for us to have an exciting last few heats. And coming down, we have probably about almost 5 minutes remaining in this consolation round, and up next is going to be a very exciting final.
Yeah, definitely. And here's a 5-minute flag about to go up from head judge David from France, doing a great job over there, Dave. And we're stoked to have him on tour. And got to thank the judges for making their way out from all different countries. A couple of Floridians from the United States. We have a Brazilian judge, and Dave, our head judge from France, doing a great job.
yeah, Dave seems to really, really have a good, clear picture of what kind of surfing needs to be done to make it in this contest, and the last event too. He's just been, I think he's been an excellent head judge.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely a big shout out to Dave over there. Well done, buddy. And well, it'd be great to have him on tour next year, the first event of the year in February, Sunset. We'll all be hooking up again and moving to your turf, mate, your backyard. And
Here we go. Wait, we have a paddler.
We have White.
Kiahi.
Sean Pointer.
Oh, Sean Pointer, sorry.
This is a great rampy little one. Look for a big, just a setting up turn. This is
Boom.
bang,
Wow,
big tail
that
throw.
was a nice throw tail for sure.
And
Kiahi,
doing the
an
Michael
even
Jackson
bigger
off
one
the
behind
this
it.
is going to be a
Oh,
boost.
when he
barely
goes down.
catching a rail.
Yeah, well, time now winding right down, and we'll see Kiahi really trying to get out the back pretty quick. to gain priority. But we haven't had the score drop for that right-hander of Kiahi's before. I think it's definitely going to replace the 5.
I think so too. Narrowing this gap between the two of them.
Yeah, definitely. And third and fourth being played out right now, and the big final coming up in probably 10 minutes time. We're all itching to see who will be not only the champion of this event, but who will be crowned world champion. So for all you guys at home, this has come right down to the last heat of the year and the last event to crown the world champion.
This is big time right here. This is we're all excited to see it. Okay.
So in a nutshell, how would you describe the consolation final? It's the deciding factor during 2-man heats. It's this way to determine who is third and who is fourth.
That's correct. Yeah, who finishes third and who finishes fourth, and that's important. Prize money as well. You get a bit more. You get a few more greenbacks in your pocket, mate, and you take them home. So it's serious business out there. It's not something that they're taking lightly.
And it's right now we got the Brazilians getting prepared and ready for the final. Whoever wins it, it's gonna be a Brazilian, and they're grabbing their flag off their boat, ready to cheer whoever it is coming up the beach. These Brazilians support each other so much, and they have a lot of aloha. So very happy for these 2 finalists, and I'm sure all you Brazilians back home are following and watching your 2 fellow stand-up paddle rippers gonna take down this next final.
Yeah, and a big shout out to everyone in Brazil who's watching. Stay tuned, because we have an absolute cracker coming up. 2 of Brazilia's favourite sons in the stand-up paddle world, and Caio being a bit of a small screen or big screen actor.
Oh,
we
yeah.
found out earlier in Brazil, those long golden brown locks, definitely a second career for the young man from Brazil, Caio Vaz.
He actually just started up his own TV show, him and his brother, called the Vaz Brothers.
Wow.
And so aside from Caio first starting off his career in I guess the soap opera and soap dramas, he now has his own TV show going in the local Brazil community for the Vaz Brothers. So that's pretty cool. They're going to be coming out to Hawaii for Sunset to continue it. And speaking about Sunset, we have a really good team lining up for this 2013 year, and there's a whole lot of exciting things to come. Robin, are you pretty excited about the first event of the year being at your home grounds at Sunset?
That would probably be the event I'd be most excited about. Love Sunset, and being in February, I mean, what more could you ask for? It's like dead center in the middle of winter. It's like we're bound to have waves. So with a good waiting period and February as the date, it's going to be exciting.
And we have Kiahi Dear Boyks in the red on the hooter, and I'd say they're not going to count this, but it looks like a nice right-hander. But let's see what he's got to offer. This is well, he's just having a bit of fun with it, throwing it up there.
So, I mean, we don't have the last scores from Kiahi, but it looks like Sean is in a pretty good position to solidify his 3rd place standing in the Location X Finals here for the Stand Up World Tour.
Yeah, unofficial that is at the moment, but we'll wait to see how it all plays out. But it looks like Sean Pointer has just got the better of Kiahi Dear Boyks, and yeah, finishing a 3rd place and Kiahi a 4th. Congratulations to those guys. It's been a great event, and well done, boys. Now it's not over for Sean Pointer yet. He'll be coming in, and like Zane said, Robin, he'll be biting his nails dramatically, actually, because
Hey Johnny,
he could come away with the world title at the end of this final.
Yeah, this heat has got to be very, very, very serious for Sean. I think that it's going to mean a lot for what he has at stake. A world title, taking it, the Stand Up World Tour with only our 3rd year in the running, two first years taken by Kai Lenny, of course. now it's down to the wire. So we'll see what happens, and I'm sure Sean is as excited, if not more, than anybody that's watching.
Oh yeah, for sure, and this is really coming down the wire. As you can see right now, we have our Brazilians getting ready for their heat. They just grabbed their Brazilian flag from their boat, and they are proud Brazilians right now, surfing. It looks like they're gonna surf with the flag during the heat.
Yeah, Kayo's got it like a Superman cape, so very interesting scenario for Kayo. He's taken to the superhero thing to try and maybe take out Leko, and let's just say, the way Leko's surfing, it will take a big effort from Kayo Bars to get